So, as y'all saw in the last video we just uploaded, we ended up having to leave after that rainstorm. Matter of fact, what happened was, it was so bad because I didn't think of this. I should have just tied the tarp. See, the way the tarp was, if you noticed, it was like a lean-to, but it had this one part hanging right here. And I thought it would be a good idea, you know, for some extra privacy or whatever, in case somebody's walking by. But that's what caused the whole shelter to flood, because the rain, the water coming from it was flooding on the tarp that we were using as a ground tarp, and it flooded literally the whole thing. I mean, my sleeping bag was flooding, the dogs were getting wet, my whoopee blanket was flooding up. It was just bad. I'm like, you know what, fuck this, we need to go, you know. It just wasn't even worth saying. So we ended up, as we're leaving, the storm stops, and I didn't feel like being there anymore because, you know, it just didn't feel like it was worth it. I mean, I don't know. I was telling this to Cooter earlier. I really think, not to be, you know, dramatic about it, I just really think that that wooded area is, in a way, like, haunted, in a way. I know that sounds stupid, but hear me out. Look at it this way. Every time I go there during the night, I always I leave one dog there, and then I'll bring another one with me. Usually I'll bring Duke, and I'll leave Pixie there to watch as guard or whatever, right? Well, the problem is that there's so much brush that's grown through the thick of the trees that it makes it difficult to navigate during the night. And it's like, in a way, it's like you're trying to, like, I know that as soon as I reach the trail is a old one of the old rail lines, the T&L railroad that used to run through there. It's their rail spur, and I noticed that to get through where I'm going, I gotta follow this trail until I see two certain rail ties on the side of the track, or what used to be the track, right? And that's how I know that as soon as I go past those and walk off the trail, I'm supposed to walk into that big clearing and see the camp. Well, the problem is, again, there's so much brush, you think you're going straight, the reality is you're not. And it's just really weird, because it's like, you know, you're hearing voices. I hear voices because there's a neighborhood, like, maybe at least 500 feet or less past the tracks, and the people there talk so loudly that their voices actually pick up over towards the woods. So it sounds like there's actually people out there. And then, you know, with the trees rustling up against each other, which is just uncomfortable itself, of it falling on me. And then, for some reason, I swear to God, I really wish I caught this on video the first day we were out there. And I can still hear it to this day. It sounds like, you know, like those old signs you would see out west, you know, when the wind's blowing and it's going like this. And it's making that metallic noise, you know. Right? That's what I'm hearing in the middle of the woods. And I'm looking around like there's nothing out there metal related other than the old telegraph poles, and they're all laying on the ground. And all the metal's gone from them anyways, for the most part. So it just freaks me out, you know. I mean, it's not a bad area, it's just, Jesus, sometimes I wonder about myself sometimes. So anyways, here's what we're doing. We're going up north to Hugo tomorrow. I'm actually on the north side of Paris right now. And we were hoping we'd make it this morning, but fucking rain came through and caused us to stop, and I just ended up getting pissed off afterwards, and so we didn't get over here. We're literally behind this old Exxon, they just abandoned recently. Kind of surprised me. I've been in this store a couple times in the past, so it's kind of amazing to see it abandoned, I guess. But we got the Wi-Fi from the motel across the street, and Subway's been pretty good with us. So we're just hanging out behind here. I'm not sure yet, but I might actually, either we'll stay here tonight, which as long as it doesn't rain, that doesn't bother me, or we might go to this rest stop down the road. The only problem is they don't have electricity over there, which is fine, but you know, I like reading my books. I have a lot of books downloaded to my phone. Anyways, when we get up to Hugo, we're gonna head, this time we're gonna head west to Durant. I haven't been out to Durant in so long, and try to make some money out there, and then head south to Sherman and Denison, and then probably head, we're gonna head west to Gainesville and try to bypass around Dallas and Fort Worth, because those are really, being in Dallas and Fort Worth, even if you caught a train out, it's fucking hard to get out of those cities. At least for me it is, especially with these dogs. So we're gonna try to bypass, go around it, make as much money as we can going through these towns, head back down south. What we're gonna do is, I'm gonna take my time on this because I have an adopted mother. I've known her for about 5 or 6 years. Me and her daughter are really close. Her daughter is an only child, so her mother actually used to work for my parents at the rink, and the way I met them was back in 2015. They picked us up, well, they picked me up, I didn't have dogs yet. They picked me up off the side of the road in Huntington, Texas, because they live in Savannah, and dropped us off just south of Savannah, and my mom was needing people at the time, and so I told her, you know, we're hiring, and later on, she ended up getting a job there for a short while. But, you know, we've been kept in touch ever since, and, you know, I'm really close with this family. And so, I'm gonna be, they don't know it yet, or at least April doesn't know it. But I was talking with her mother, and we're gonna be coming down to Savannah for Christmas to come see her. And then, my idea is, I did this in the past, and I feel bad because I never got to do this with Xena. I never got to bring her or Avery out to the beach, to any beach, and just let them run. And I feel really bad about that because I always wanted to, especially since I used to live in Galveston. But, you know, I guess we were just more focused on exploring other states. I just never thought about bringing either one of them down to Galveston area. So what I want to do is we're going to go out to the Boulevard Peninsula, which is the reason why we're trying to make as much money as possible, because we're probably going to, I'm not going to even use the word homestead or whatever. I just want to go and basically live on the beach again for a while, you know. Like out in Boulevard Peninsula, you can actually stay in a tent, and I think after like every 2 or 3 weeks you have to move from spot to spot, but they actually allow people to live out on the beach. And when I was younger and I was staying out there by myself, which is probably one of the reasons that scared me of being out there, was the one thing I always liked was the fact that, especially during the spring and the summer times, I would always find hermit crabs, and just sometimes crabs in general. And then like every now and then, you know, you'd have fish wash up on the shore or whatever. So, you know, it's, there's food already right there, and where we're going, in the Crystal Beach area, I'll have access to go to Dollar General and Family Dollar, as well as a park that has Wi-Fi and electricity, and it has shelter there if we need to. But I want to be able to get a bigger pack by the time we get there, and then be able to get which I hate doing this, but probably get like a 2 or 3 person tent and bring it out there with us. And like if I could find like wood pallets and such, I might bring a wood pallet or 2 out there to keep us off the sand. I don't know, either that, or I'll just I'll just have to bivouac it, you know. So that's mainly what I want to do right now, is to go down to Boulevard Peninsula. And actually, when we get down there, I want to go first to before we actually decide to head to the beach. I want to show you guys this old fort on the east end of Galveston Island. I can't pronounce the name correctly, San Juanito or something like that, but it's an old World War I and World War II fort, and it's actually even older than that. But the U.S. Army used to use it, and I think the Coast Guard owns it now, or at least they own the property. But this whole fort was, I mean, you had everything from barracks to AA guns, just big explosive guns that would take out ships and stuff like that, you know, port guns and stuff like that. And there's not a lot of the fort left. They dismantled most of it. But what people don't know is parts of the fort is actually sitting on what's basically quicksand, because if you see old photos and then you see some of the bunkers that are left, and there is actually underground bunkers there, you'll notice that the one with the underground bunker, the main part, which used to be an observation post, is actually sinking. And last time I was there, I had to crawl on my hands and knees. That's how much mud and such was in there, because it's basically sinking. But I wanted to show you guys what's left of the good part of the fort, that I used to stay at all the time. You know, I'd stay there for like several days at a time, and then go back in town and get whatever I need. So, anyways, I'm gonna get off here and take a nap before we start walking again. See y'all later. Peace. Alright, so right now we're in the town of Denison. It is Sunday, sometime after 1. A couple hours, Cooter and Bandit will be here, and all 5 of us will be, hopefully, taking a northbound train up to Kansas and get off in Coffeyville or whatever. So this video might just be a little, couple days late after we upload, for obvious reasons. But I'm nervous. I haven't ridden since me and Zena took that ride with him back in Lufkin last year, and every time you try to ride, either there's workers in the yard, or, you know, it's just not the right area, shit like that. And then these two are making me very nervous, because they've never ridden, and they're really not that good with people sometimes, you know? Even if I'm sitting with them in a public spot, they'll want to start barking at people, and that makes me very nervous. But I'm confident, you know, that we can get out of here with no incident, you know? As long as they don't do something stupid, I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. So hopefully he'll be here in a couple hours. I just got a message from him saying he will be, and then we'll just film the rest of the trip from he'll do his own video, I think, and then like I'll do mine, whatever. So anyways, I don't know, y'all just pray for us. This makes me nervous. I know it shouldn't be, but Jesus Christ, y'all two are the reason I'm nervous, especially you, Pixie. Jesus. So anyways, we gotten it back to using a bedroll, and we still got that bag right there, though I'm not sure if I'm actually going to keep it. But if we could set up in Silsbee here in a couple months, you know, knowing my spot in Silsbee, I know nobody's going to find it and mess with it, so we should be fine. So this is typically what a modern day jungle, I guess you'd say, looks like. Kids these days usually call them the hop out. I still prefer the use of jungle, because usually if you say hop out, a lot of people actually know what you mean, and you might actually get the cops called on you. But considering people don't know what jungling down or jungling means anymore, you know, I kind of like to use that word. But, you know, like I said, you got all this trash, which is the sad part. You got trash over here, you got trash over there. If I had a trash bag, I'd probably take all that trash and move it over there somewhere. But, also, got our moniker here, Texas Roadrunner and Pubs 2021, northbound. You got my best friend, Crazy Cooter, and his dog, Boxcar Bandit. This was last year, so this one was when they were going southbound. And then, sticking to my old ways, or the old ways, off the top of my head, I do have some old hobo signage here. This means a good road right here, and I have an arrow pointing to this road right here, which would take you to the gas station up the road. And then this means a good camping spot pointing in this direction, which would be in this area. This is where you would want to. This is where you would want to go and camp out at if you're in the area. You know, so it's basically, you know, this is stuff right here you want to look for. You want to look for this stuff along the track because of the fact that, really, you know, if you don't know the area and you don't have Wi-Fi, or the Wi-Fi shitty and you can't get on Facebook, then, you know, why you're gonna have a hard time not knowing, you know? Let's see, who else we got here? Can't read that one. That's from 2005. There's that asshole Shoestrings. I didn't do that, by the way. Somebody else did that. I'm pretty sure I know who did that one. Johnny Gin. Don't know him. Monterey. I do know him. He's kind of, he's a dick, I'll be honest. He's kind of a dick. He used to be very good friends with me and Cooter, and then he just, he's just a fucking liar, you know? He's a dick, he's a liar. Claims to be a Christian man, but he'll fucking rat your ass out at the moment he gets. Let's see, Randy, that one's fucking faded out. Let's see. That one looks like it's in Crown. Pink Floyd. That's really about it for any tags. I don't think there's any more over here. Yeah, it doesn't look like they got any more over here. This is another good spot right there. That should be considered a hazard with the electrical lines on there. I'm scared to touch that. You see, it's just all this shit, you know, and a lot of this is from these fucking, these goddamn dirty kids leaving their shit around, you know? It kind of pisses me off. Anybody want some barbed wire? Well, let's see, what time is it? We got an hour and a half before Cooter's supposed to show up. So I'm gonna go ahead and meet him. That's plastic. We'll go ahead and meet him nearby. Hopefully we can get the hell out of here with no incident. Alright, so we finally found the old bastard over at the gas station. Took him long enough. It was so fucking slow. I mean, goddamn, a home bum could take a shit faster than he can get here.
Well, I come from 100 something miles away. So.
Whatever, you lying sack of shit. You're only 20 miles away. I'm just kidding. So, while we're waiting on a train, because the only ones here right now are southbounds, I kind of wanted to discuss something. He doesn't know what we're going to talk about, but this shit's been bugging me for years. It's about Brooke. It's her book. See, we're friends with a lady. What's her road name? Do you remember?
Truth Fairy.
Truth Fairy? Truth Fairy years ago, back in 2016, and Cooter's actually in it. She wrote a book called How to Be a Hobo. Now, that might seem a little stupid and shit to some people. You know, it's like trying to look up how to be a hobo on WikiHow, right? But it's not a bad book. I mean, it's interactive. She tries to get you to think. The hell? firecrackers, I guess. Anyways, she tries to get people to be interactive with the book, you know, draw out what you like, and yada yada yada, all this good stuff, right? But people are always shitting on the book, and it makes no sense. And, I mean, you've known Brooke longer, so if you want to...
I mean, they're mostly jealous because she, you know, they didn't get the idea to write the book. You know, they think she's making millions off it. She's not. She's basically giving it away, so...
Practically, yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, she took it off Lauren during COVID and stuff, and, you know, they all, you know, some of them claim, oh, it's got a rape scenario in it. It's not a rape scenario. It's based on her own experience, you know. It's based on the truth. Like, they all wear the same thing. You know, they wear patch clothes, and
which they do.
You know, they're all dirty
and they're all
hair and stuff.
all black clothes too.
You know, they all got a misfit shirt and all that. And they all, you don't know their real name. It's like I'm Dirty Bob. I'm Dirty Dan. You know, so well, what's it look like? Oh, he looks like this, looks like that. You know, grungy hair and all that. All right, well that's, you know, damn near most of the kids today.
Pretty much.
You know, and some talk about, well, she never rode a train. Well, she did ride a few trains, but being a hobo, it's not about riding freight trains. It's about traveling and making money. You know, working, a traveling worker. You know.
Right. And
that's all a hobo is. You know, it's not a. You can ride you can ride a million miles, jump 2 million freight trains. That don't make you a hobo.
Right.
It makes you a train rider. It's the difference.
Or in most terms.
And half of them are bitch about the pictures, like, oh, it's a picture of my dead friend. Well, she's got a paper trail where she paid people for their pictures and stuff. You know, I gave her permission to use my picture. She's trying to get permission to use his.
Mr. Bandit's in the book as well. And I mean, it's literally, and you want to talk about the whole, you know, the whole practically giving away for free. We actually have the PDF file. She put it on PDF file for people to read. And if you go at the end of the book on the PDF file, I don't know if it's in the actual copy or not, but she literally tells people, you know, once you're done with it, you know, give it off to somebody else, or, you know, leave it at a hop out for somebody else to read. I mean, it's ironic in a way because of, you know, the title and shit, but the fact of the matter is, there's actually a lot of history in that book. You know, there's a lot of shit in there I didn't even know. And I've been on the road for 7 fucking years now. You know? Duke, hush. So it's like, it just mind boggles me, you know? I don't understand why people would react the way they do. I mean, I get it if it's somebody who's never been in this culture. But
jealousy's one main reason.
Yeah.
The other is, you know, something to complain about.
Did I just break it?
No. You know, they want something to complain about because they're bored. So they, you know, they make up shit as they go. And half the people that bitch about it are now dead anyway.
Bandit.
He's alright. But I know 2 or 3 of the people that get negative reviews about it, they're dead from overdose. You know, they bitch about that and like.
And she likes these people. That's right? What I'm confused about.
They say she's giving out info on the hop out. There's nothing in the book about where the hop out is.
I mean, it explains. Well, you know? Hey, hush. It kind of explains what a hop out is, and right. She has the maps on there of like the names of what lines are which and shit. But other than that, she doesn't tell you, you know, where the Houston hop out is, where the Lufkin hop out is, all that shit. That'd be too many fucking pages for the book, you know? Huh, Mr. Bandit? So yeah, it just mind boggles me.
You know, they have these kids, they get a crew change guide, you know, the paper version.
We didn't even know what the hell a crew change.
You know, they had the paper version. I know a few of them the cops took away from them.
We didn't even know what the hell a crew change guide was until years ago? Yeah. I never heard of it until I met you. I'm like, crew change guide. What the hell? Hi, Mr. Bandit.
Hey, Bandit.
Hi, Mr. Bandit. You know, so it's like, we try to do it as old school as possible outside of our phones and shit.
Come on, Bandit.
Don't want people to see us or hear us. And these kids, they want crew change guides. They go on Facebook. You know, where's the hop out of NOLA? Huh, where'd you get off at? Oh, go over here, bro. Get on over there. You know, it's these kids are just fucking stupid. And I know I'm 24, but Really, the only person I ever asked for information on anything is Scooter. He's the only one I trust with it. And if it's wrong, I tell him. He don't get pissed off about it. Except for when we're like trying to find. Never mind. That's a stupid joke. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Forgive me. Yeah, I'm a little. Shut up. I'm a little nervous. These dogs have never been on a train besides Bandit. Duke's only been on like 2 or 3 passenger trains. That don't count. I'm just fucking scared as hell. Cause I'm scared they're gonna start barking at people. That's what I'm nervous about.
Hey, I'm gonna be around here.
Huh?
Ain't gonna be around here.
So? Well, they got the fucking trucks going up and down the track though.
They ain't gonna hear that. Don't wanna be.
And what if we get off in like Coffeeville or McCallister or something? Then what?
There ain't gonna be nobody around there. We'll be far enough back. We'll be locals might hear us, but they don't pay attention to anything.
Yeah, good point.
Close to heads anyway.
Yeah. Ew! It's Cooter, run! I've never seen him wear. I've known him for 6 years now. I've never seen him wear Wranglers, or at least not regular jackets. It doesn't make you look good, by the way.
I was kicked down. I can't complain.
You complain about everything. Shut up.
I have my reasons.
Yeah, you're the fucking hobo version of Karen. Alright, Cooter, so what happened? What happened?
He got out, went to the back of his trailer, did something, and came back and get back in. Back up. Huh? I wish. You just pulled up maybe a quarter mile, train stopped again, and the tanker truck to fill up the locomotives. He comes across the tracks, and he pulls it this way, and he stops right here.
Literally right here.
He's literally right here.
I mean,
and I'm laying down. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, he's either maybe he's gonna kick us down or something, or I thought sure he was supposed to get off. He don't even work. He works for that trucking company, not the railroad. And he doesn't even see us. He gets off, goes back to the trailer, does something, gets back in, backs up. And I'm like, well, that was just too fucking close for comfort.
no shit. I mean, literally, you're right there. And it's like, you're the only one visible because me and the pups are on the other side of this. It's like, shit, Cooter's gonna get us in trouble.
If they see me, I'd get off by myself. I wouldn't point at you or anything. If
Yeah, but
here,
you know, my dog. Yeah, but my dogs probably would have freaked out.
Yeah, I'm on here by myself. Is anybody else on here? Oh, there! I didn't know that. I didn't see it. We're in camouflage. I can't see you're invisible.
Well, I can't see your head, so.
I don't have one.
No.
I'm the headless hobo.
Hey, they say that about Biden and
Yeah.
Harris and
But
what's
he's a headless hobo.
no, he's a headless pedo.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo. Yeah, that was fucking way too. That was like that one day when the fucking worker walked up on us.
Yeah, I remember that. Where you guys headed? First we scared the shit out of him, like, wasn't trying to.
Well,
I mean, it's not our fault you jumped up here to, you know, check the brake wheel.
where y'all heading? Well, apparently jail.
Yeah, I mean, a cop like, where you heading? Jail after you run my name, fucker.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, so far, on that McCallister, you know, I've seen a lot of people like, oh, the cops are dicks here. I'm like, well,
I've
got
actually
meth in your possession. I'm pretty sure they're dicks about it. You know.
Hey, so tell us that story about the Taco Bell. What was it, you and K9? Or was it somebody else?
Goddamn, that was, 5 years ago, me and K9. It was just after midnight, maybe like 12:15, 12:30. We're in they had a fucking nice-ass hobo hill it was. Fucking 2-story fucking mansion.
And for those who don't know what that is, that's the
And,
fucking, those little shacks that Lowe's and Home Depot put up for sale in the parking
these
lot.
big 2-story house looking ones, you know.
Yeah.
Real nice ones. We're up in there on the second floor, and he goes over to Taco Bell. He's drunk off his ass. Goes to Taco Bell. They won't serve him on foot at the drive-thru.
Which is stupid.
He's all like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you a Pepsi." I'm like, I thought he was going across the street to the gas station or something. I was like, all right, you know. And he comes back. He's like, I think the cops are gonna be here in a minute. I'm like, fine. I'm pissed off that one to Taco Bell. I'm going to whoop his ass. I'm like, well, you know where you're at? Yeah, they see me come in here. Why the fuck did you come in here then? Wasn't 10 minutes later, I hear 3 or 4 cop cars pull up. I'm like, oh shit, they came in there. Sheriff's Department, show me your hands. Let me tie the dogs up first. I tied Bandit up and his dog, I can't remember her name. She died about a year or so later. He left somebody else in charge of his dog while he went and done something. And came back, the dog got loose. And it took him a few days to find her.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, well, that's what happens when you leave a dog with meth heads.
No shit.
If I gotta go inside the store, you know, if I'm with you or something like that, I trust you with Bandit.
Right.
When I trust Bandit by himself, you know, I don't trust people. You know? Bandit was staying on his pack.
Well, and it's like
people I don't trust.
Right. Well, and it's like, you know, I was just in Durant. Your shit got stolen in Durant last year, wasn't it, or this year?
January.
Yeah, it was. It was January.
It was inauguration day.
Yeah, that's right.
So I blame Biden for that.
No shit.
My first order of business is still Crazy Critters gear.
But yeah, I mean, I trust him. He trusts me. We've known each other for years. You know, I mean, I am at that point. You know, it's like I remember other travelers would tell me in the old days. You know, oh, don't leave your gear with people, even if you know them, and don't leave your dog with people, even if you know them, and yada yada yada. And I agree. You know, but I mean, the friendship.
But there's only one dog here now because, you know, he left me in charge here, and I found this great Chinese place just around the corner right here.
You're an asshole.
2 for $1, you know, egg rolls, and I just love me some egg rolls. And I mean, I got plenty of money and stuff. I thought, you know what? Go for the dogs. You know, 12-pack for each dog. Like, that's 24 egg rolls. And I ate like 1 or 2 of them through the rest of the way, so fuck it.
Sounds like they just switched the track. Probably for the other ones over here. But anyways, but I mean, you know, like I said, I mean, I trust this guy with my life. He really is the only other rider that I would actually ride with. I mean, there is another guy, what's his new name now? Anywhere Man?
Yeah.
He seems pretty fucking cool. He's not a dirty kid. He's a new, upcoming, legit hobo. He's actually older than me, but he's new to our culture and shit. But he seems like he has a good head on him, you know. Doesn't do drugs, rarely ever drinks. You know, he's like me and you. He seems pretty traditional about it and shit, you know. So, yeah, I might ride with him, but as far as I'm concerned, the only person I trust really is Cooter, you know, because he's the only one who hasn't fucking backstabbed me, you know, let alone steal my dogs or my shit.
I told you they ran off.
Shut up.
Why they ended up at the Chinese restaurant, I have no clue.
Whatever, I saw the bill of receipt.
Well, I mean, that was... somebody bought me those egg rolls.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, didn't they used to have a roundhouse here in Denison? Do you remember? Considering there's like 3 fucking road companies here, I imagine they would.
I think it was like...
You're here, Sherman?
Town.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't right here, but it was... This was mainly for the Walter Rail facility. What this yard was mainly for. They had another yard. Oh, it wasn't really a yard. It was like
oh shit, I almost dropped my phone. Man, he's still all the way down there?
Yeah. I guess they threw the hose over between cars and...
But the fucking engine on the other trains, they're filling up the rear engine.
Yeah, the DPUs on the other train.
Oh, you fucking bastards. Could y'all not do this when we leave? Is that...
They wait unless, 10, 15 more minutes for us to pull. Then you'd have all the extra track there to, stretch your hose across and stuff.
So, you know, thinking back on this, I actually feel a lot, even without having Cooter here, I actually feel a lot more comfortable considering the fact that my dogs haven't barked since we've been on the train. You know, I think they're too scared to do it, especially with the train moving. But I figure, you know, at least if we can, like, ride during the night, regardless of what car, or if we can ride, like, this hopper we're on and the dogs can stay over here. I know y'all can't see my hand. You know, during the day and not have to fucking worry, you know, that would be... I'd probably ride a lot more often again like I used to. What's this in my pockets? What is this? Oh. Well, Cooter, you got anything else you want to say before I get off?
Now I'm watching this car coming here, so which way to go?
Ah, shit, there he is.
So I hope those turn off real quick, right?
Shit, maybe we did get seen. Ah, fuck.
Just turned off their headlights. Might have been that little ATV.
I hope so. I can't handle going back to jail again. Is that our train?
I think so.
On a train again. I always love it being on a train again. I always love seeing the darkness of the world and always getting to kill the Karens. Shut up! This ain't your song, damn it! Get back in there. Get back in there. Get. Come on. Hi, Marmaduke. There's another caboose right there.
Yeah, that's gonna go around.
Yeah? Alright, so right now, me, Cooter, and the pups, we are in McCallister, Oklahoma, which is one of our favorite places to stop. And, god damn, these dogs, Bandit and Marmaduke, decided they were gonna go chase a skunk last night when we got off. We were just about to fall asleep, right? All of a sudden, I hear rustling over here in the dead grass right there. And the next thing you know, both Bandit and Marmaduke went chasing after this goddamn skunk. And they got sprayed. Not bad, but they got sprayed. But they still stink. So Cooter actually went to fucking, he went to the dollar store over here across the street to go grab what we needed so we could get the stench off of them. And, look at this. Look at that. He's using a wagon. I don't see how you could do that. There comes the Pacific. So anyways, we're going to stay here for a couple days and try to make some money. And then hopefully we'll catch a northbound train out to towards Muskogee. And then from there we'll head up into Coffeyville, Kansas. And then I think we'll probably split ways there because I got to go to a friend of ours, Kimberly, who watches my videos. Hi, Kimberly. And she lives, well, I'm not gonna say where she lives, but basically I gotta head west towards the Beaumont area, and he has to head east to Illinois from there. So and I gotta go do some work and get some supplies from her, and then we'll head back down here because I wanna get down to Texas before Christmas to go surprise a sister of mine. She hasn't seen me since we left She hasn't seen us since we left the homestead, you know, and I don't know. She's the only one I talk to. She's really not my sister by blood, but me and her mother are really close, and me and April have grown closer as a brother and sister, you know. I mean, I literally, if she had a game to go do, or if she was in the hospital or something and I was on the road, I literally would stop my travels just to go, you know, be with her, especially if she was in the hospital, you know. You know, her mother was there for me when I lost Xena and Avery. She was there for me through a lot of things, you know. She knows John. I'm sorry, she knows Cooter. You know, the family is just wonderful, you know, and they know why I left. They support me for doing it. They know this is what I prefer and should and need to be doing, you know. But her mother knows I'm coming down. April doesn't know I'm coming down. And we'll just well, y'all might actually see a video of that. So anyways, last night's ride really wasn't bad outside of the cold. The only thing that scared me is Pixie over there. She actually tried to jump off the train a few times, so I actually had to tie her down. And Cooter was actually trying to walk from his side of the car to the next. And I know, I mean, he's been doing this for 30 plus years, but you know, I don't want him doing that, because I actually had a nightmare, I think it was either this year or last year, where I was on the phone with him, and all of a sudden I hear him screaming, and I get a phone call later on that he had fallen under a train. And so it's like, I don't want him doing that around me, because I'm scared that's going to come true. And I'm also scared that if he does fall under a train or off the train or whatever, I'm going to get blamed for it by the police, because that's usually what happens. Especially if you don't call it in, they think you killed somebody. So, you know, I hate it. I hate sounding like a dick about it, but, you know, especially at night when you really can't see anything past the moonlight, it just kind of freaks me out a little bit.